The movie is called Shawshank.Redemption. So it's a rock entertainment. Miss Morgan Freeman. Shawshank.Redemption. She's a lawyer or something. A gun and a bullet. And a whiskey. Alcohol maybe, I don't know.
Confrontation you had with your wife the night that she was murdered.
He murdered his wife.
She wanted a divorce in Reno.
What was your
Divorce.
response? See you in hell before I see you in Reno. Those were the words you used, Mr. Dufresne, according to the testimony of your neighbors.
If they say so. I really don't remember.
See?
I begged to go and stay with Mr. Quentin.
Tarantino.
The golf pro
Okay.
at the snow. With what intention?
I'm not sure.
This the night.
When they arrived, you went up to the house and murdered them.
Yeah.
And I drove home to sleep it off. Along the way, I stopped and I threw my gun into the Royal River. I
Riddled with 38 caliber bullets.
Oh, murdered
Police
them
dragged
there.
that
Since I am innocent of this crime, sir, I find it deceptive.
crime. We have footprints, tire tracks, we have bullets strewn on the ground, and her lover lying dead in each other's arms.
Yeah.
A revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8.
6
Much
events.
extra bullet per lover, right in the head.
Served 2 life sentences back to
Oh
back.
no. 2
One to
substance.
So be it.
Morgan Freeman.
We see by your file you've served 20 years of a life sentence.
Yes, sir.
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. No longer a danger to society. That's God's honest truth.
Is it the rejected?
I'm up for rejection next week. I'm the guy who can get it for you. Cigarettes, a bag of reefer, if that's your thing. A bottle of...
Sneaky.
Yes, sir.
Alarm
So
also.
when Andy Dufresne
Should be huge scale. Have the camera shots.
47 for murdering his wife and the fella she was banging.
Prisoner sarap.
Follow this officer.
The prisoner sarap.
Taking bets today, Red.
Smokes a
Timothy.
coin.
Chubby fat ass there, the 5th one from the front. Put me down for quarter deck.
I must admit I didn't think much of Andy the first time I laid eyes on him. It was my first impression of the man.
Hadley, he's captain of the guards. I'm Mr. Norton, the warden. Rule number 1, no blasphemy.
When do we eat?
Eat when we say you eat. You shit when we say you shit.
His
Discipline in the Bible.
Bible.
Here you. Welcome to Shawshank.
That's nice.
Unhook him. Turn around. Turn around.
What's that powder?
The first night's the toughest. No doubt about it. The lousy they throw on you. That's when you know it's for real. Whole life blown away in the blink of an eye. All the time in the world to think about it.
Native.
Most
Lights out.
Sleeping time. Or beast daytime. I don't know. I don't know how prison works.
the boys always go fishing with first timers. And
You there, I can hear you breathing. I know you listen. I know a couple of big old bull queers that just love to make your acquaintance. Mushy butt ears.
God, I don't belong here.
Press fist.
Press, press.
I want to go home.
Barrel of monkey spunk. Stop or I'll sing you a lullaby.
Lullaby.
I'm supposed to be here.
Open that cell.
Oh boy. We go. Yeah.
If I
Yes,
hear
that's
so
it
much as a
then.
mouse fart in here the rest of the night, I swear by God and Sonny Jesus, you will all visit the infirmary.
Infirmary.
his first night in the joint, Andy Dufresne cost me 2 packs of cigarettes. He never made a sound.
Clear.
Clear 3 cell. Clear. Roll out.
Okay. It's a nice shot. Potato. Warm.
Are you going to eat that?
Hadn't planned on it.
Do you mind? It's nice and ripe.
Alright. Okay,
Jake says thank you.
that's nice.
I'm gonna look after him until he's big enough to fly.
Come on, set them down. I want them all lined up here, just like a pretty little chorus line.
All cigarettes.
Yes. Richmond, Virginia.
Bastard laid there to this morning. By then, hell, it wasn't nothing we could do.
What was his name?
Care new fish.
Anybody coming to you yet? Anybody get to you yet? Hard to get. I like that.
Andy kept pretty much to himself at first.
Okay.
Finally opened his mouth to say more than 2 words to somebody. As it turned out, that somebody was me.
Okay.
To do it.
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. Hey, what you in here for?
Didn't do it. Lawyer fucked me.
Rumor has it you're a real cold fish. You think your shit smells sweeter than most. I'm known to locate certain things from time to time.
I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer.
A what?
Rock hammer.
A rock hammer. Rock hammer's about 6 or 7 inches long. Looks like a miniature pickaxe.
Maybe you'd like to sink your toe into somebody's skull.
I have no enemies here.
No? Wait a while.
No
Before he
enemies.
gets around. Sisters have taken quite a liking to you, especially Boggs.
Don't suppose it would help any if I explained to them I'm not homosexual.
Neither are they. Bull queers take by force. It's all they want or understand.
Okay.
And I guess you want to escape. Tunnel under the wall, maybe.
Does he want to escape the prison or something?
Price goes up. Price goes up. Let's
$10
make that even
bucks.
$10. Folks around this joint love surprise inspections. They find it, you're gonna lose it. Red.
Red.
A man in a park without a care or a worry in the world. Liked Andy from the start.
With X.
100 years to tunnel under the wall with one of these. Delivery for Dufresne.
Okay, smooth.
Hey, Mark. Thanks.
So good.
Get this in your eyes, it blinds you. Honey. Hush.
Typical.
You fight better that way.
I wish I could tell you that Andy fought the good fight, but prison is no fairy tale world. But we all knew. Sometimes he was able to fight him off, sometimes not. That was his routine. It was outdoor detail. More than 100 men volunteered for the job. Me and some fellows I know were among the names called.
$1 million?
Yeah. Fucking incredible how lucky some assholes get.
Jeez Louise, you gonna see any of that?
35,000. That's what he left me.
Terrible fucking luck, huh? Crying shame.
Andy, you nuts? Keep your eyes on your mark, man.
Yeah, maybe enough to buy a new car, and then what? I gotta pay tax on the car. Repair,
Tax.
maintenance. At the end of the year, you figure the tax wrong, you gotta pay him out of your own pocket. And in your shirt that squeezes your tit till it's perfect. The man never gets a break.
So good.
Hey!
Do you trust your wife?
Oh, that's funny. You're gonna look funnier sucking my dick with no teeth. Because if you do trust her, there's no reason you can't keep that 35,000. What did you say?
35,000.
35,000.
All of it.
All of it.
If you want to keep all that money, give it to your wife. The IRS allows.
Tax-free?
Tax-free. IRS can't touch 1 cent.
Fucking A, I don't need no smart wife-killing banker to tell me where the bear shit in the buckwheat.
That'll cost you. A lawyer, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Ball-washing bastard.
You get the forms, I'll prepare them for you. Nearly free of charge. 3 beers apiece for each of my co-workers.
They smart.
What are you Jimmy staring at? Back to work! Let's go, work!
Wow.
And that's how it came to pass. Bohemia-style beer. He spent that break hunkered in the shade, strange little smile on his face.
Man.
Watching.
No thanks.
Didn't even drink.
Maybe make a few friends among us cons.
I've been thinking of getting a board together.
Well, hey, you're talking to the right man. I'm the guy that can get things, right?
We might do business on a board. I want to carve the pieces myself. Here's I got. What I don't have are the rocks. Picking
We getting to be kind of friends, right?
Yes.
Why'd you do it?
I'm innocent, Red.
Innocent. Carving the chairs.
How's that, Johnny?
Watching movies.
Wait. Here she comes. This is the part I really like, is when she does that shit with her hair.
Me?
What do you want?
Rita Hayworth.
What?
Can you get her?
Take a few weeks.
Weeks.
Well, yeah, Andy. I don't have her stuffed down in front of my pants right now, I'm sorry to say. But I'll get her. Relax.
This is the people.
I gotta change the rear.
I say
off!
It's over with.
And I
I'm gonna open my fly. Swallow what I give you to swallow.
Anything you put in my mouth, you're gonna lose.
8 inches of the steel in your ear.
yes.
Right down hard. They have to pry the victim's jaws open with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Boggs didn't put anything in Andy's mouth.
Yeah.
And neither
Scared.
did his friend beat him within an inch of his life.
It's your world, boss.
Two things transferred him to a minimum security hospital upstate. Food through a straw. Man likes to play chess. Let's get him some rocks.
Yes. Rocks.
What the hell is it then?
A horse apple.
Despite a few hitches,
Mailing.
the boy the most important item.
It's a poster.
Heads up. Toss themselves.
Inspection.
On your feet.
Oh, that's not good. There's a poster. Nothing.
I'm the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
John chapter 8, verse 12.
I hear you're good with numbers. Can't say I approve of this.
Tell them go the poster. What's behind the poster though? Didn't find him.
Hate to deprive you of this. Well, perhaps we can find something more befitting a man of your education.
Hey, Jake, where's Brooks?
Andy, and I thought I heard you out here. Shank Prison Library. National Geographics?
And in all that time, have you ever had an assistant?
No, not much to it. It'd be nice to have some company down here for a change.
Dufresne!
What's happening?
Thinking about maybe setting up some kind of trust fund for my kids' educations.
Why don't we have a seat and talk it over?
You want your sons to go to Harvard or Yale?
He didn't say that.
God is my witness. And he can just blink for a second. Then he let his hand. I near soiled myself. I know that, didn't you?
How about expanding the library, get some new books in there?
Gonna ask for something. Ask for a pool table.
Ask the warden for fun.
Warden.
Son. The 6 wardens have been through here, and my whose asshole wouldn't pucker up tighter than a snare drum when you ask him for funds.
Write a letter a week. They can't ignore me forever.
Sure can. Leave them mail them for you. How's that?
That's nice.
So Andy started writing a letter a week, and he got no answers.
Wow.
Andy did tax returns for half the guards at Shawshank.
Wow.
A year
Progressive
after that, he was allowed a staff.
staff.
Out of the year, and that was
Yeah.
fine.
Brooks.
Brooks.
Stay back! Stay back, goddammit!
What the hell's going on?
What's he done to you?
And that's what they done.
Done.
So put the knife down. Brooks, look at me. Put the knife down. Brooks, look at his neck. He's bleeding.
It's the only one.
Actually works.
He'll be all right.
Him? Hell, what about me? Crazy old fool guy.
Haywood, you've had worse from shaving. What the hell did you do to set him off anyway?
I didn't do nothing. Rat in a tin shit house is what.
Oh, hey, well, that's enough out of you. Brooks ain't no bug. It's just institutionalized.
Institutionalized.
Institutionalized my ass.
The man's
That's
been in here
mouthful.
50 years, Haywood. 50 years. This is all he knows. Outside, he's nothing. Arthritis in both hands. If you hate him,
Then you love them.
then you get used to him. Send you here for life, that's exactly what they take.
He's leaving the jail.
Can't take care of you no more, Jake.
He's finally released from the harsh reality.
How fast things move on the outside. I saw an automobile once when I was a kid. They're everywhere. Big damn hurry. Got me into this halfway house. Taking groceries at the foodway. My hands hurt most of the time.
Make sure you double bag, like the lady says.
I don't think the store manager likes me. Feed the birds. Jake might just show up and say hello. Making new friends. Takes me a while to remember where I am. I should get me a gun and rob the foodway so they'd send
Yes.
me home. I could shoot the manager. Bonus.
Bonus.
Not to stay.
Oh, and back to prison. knife. What's going on there? His rocks was here. It's not good.
Sorry I put a knife to his throat.
He should have died in here.
Stick, they're all addressed to you.
Well, take it. In response to your repeated inquiries, the state has allocated the enclosed funds for your library project. In addition, the donation of used books and sundries. Please stop sending us letters.
I want all this cleared up before the warden gets it.
For you, Andy. It only took 6 years. Now on, I'll write 2 letters a week instead of 1.
I believe you're crazy enough.
That's for 6 years. By now. Music, the key, locking all the doors. Yes, gone. Chen. Everyone is shop.
Two Italian ladies were singing about.
Yeah, it's a ceiling.
Every last man at Shawshank felt free.
Open it up! Turn that off! Turn that off!
He's increasing volume. Lock the.
2 weeks in the hole for that little stunt.
Yes.
On your feet!
Maestro.
Broke the door down before I could take requests.
Was it worth it?
It's in here.
In
here. That's the beauty of music. They can't
absorb
get
the
that
music.
from you. You need it so you don't forget. There's something inside they can't get to that they can't touch.
Memories.
Hope.
Oh,
Hope can drive a man insane.
yeah.
Sit down. It says here that you served 30 years of life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Oh, yes, sir. No danger to society here. God's honest truth.
Rejected.
Little parole rejection present.
Monica.
It's very pretty, Andy.
You gonna play it?
Oh,
Not right now.
new girl for you. Married Monroe. You're playing it now.
He wrote 2 letters a week instead of 1. They couldn't buy him off with just a $200 check. He bought remainder books by the pound.
Count of Monte Cristo.
That's Cristo, you dumb shit.
By Al.
You like it? It's about a prison break.
Well, we ought to file that on the educational too, oughtn't we?
Listen to the music.
Our inmates be put to work outside these walls.
And oh my Lord, how the money rolled in.
Pool of slave labor you got, you can underbid any contractor in town. I need this new highway contract. I don't get it, and I go under. You think about that.
Ned, I wouldn't worry too much about this contract. You be sure and thank Maisie for this fine pie.
And behind every shady deal, there was Andy, keeping the books.
Oh.
Yeah, but the problem with having all that money is that sooner or later you're going to have to explain where it came from.
Well, that's where I come in. Stocks, securities, tax-free municipals. I send that money out into the real world, and when it comes back, I'll have made him a millionaire.
All that paper leaves a trail. Now anybody gets curious, FBI, IRS, whatever. All right, who?
Randall Stevens.
And then.
If they trace anything, it's just going to lead to him.
Mm.
He doesn't exist, except on paper.
You can't just make a person up.
Well, sure you can. If you know how the system works, where the cracks are.
Oh boy.
You're going to wind up chasing a figment of my imagination.
Did I say you were good?
A smart man.
Shit, you were a Rembrandt.
On the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
Another prison. Another prisoner coming.
Cocky as hell.
Big old thing. I couldn't see shit. Suddenly, here's his voice. Freeze, kid. Hands in the air. But if I drop this fucking thing, you got me on destruction of property, too.
Perhaps it's time you tried a new profession. What I mean is, you don't seem to be a very good thief. Maybe.
What are you in for?
Lawyer, fuck me. Everybody's innocent in here.
Himself, a young wife and a new baby girl.
My high school equivalency here, you helped a couple fellows with that. Because if we do this, we do it all the way. 100%. Nothing half-assed.
So Andy took Tom.
Yes.
it's for shit. Wasted a whole fucking year of my time with this bullshit. Score comes out. 2 points right there. There's your goddamn score. This place! Fuck it!
Right.
Smart fella, ain't he?
Why does it come? Must be a bank run.
6 months left to go. Get a new cellmate in, Elmo Black. I say to him, yeah, Elmo, who'd you kill?
Gives me shit. So I killed him. Him and this tasty bitch he was with.
It's a guy who kills. Yeah.
I have to say, that's the most amazing story I ever heard. He hears your tale of woe and quite naturally wants to cheer you up.
Didn't believe it.
You think he'd just fall to his knees and cry, yes, I did it, I confess. Oh, and by the way, add a life term to my sentence.
Well, they'd have his last known address, names of relatives. There's a chance, isn't there? Couldn't you be so obtuse?
Obtuse.
What did you call me?
Obtuse.
Fantasy.
This meeting is over.
Sir, if I were to ever get out, I would never mention what goes on in here. I'd be just as indictable as you for laundering that money.
Again, you sorry son of a bitch.
Getting
Get in
angry.
here now. Solitary, a month. What's the matter with you? Get him out! Get him out!
Saying that Andy is innocent. I mean, for real innocent?
At least that way.
How long's he been here now?
19 years.
Board of Education.
Son of a bitch mailed it.
Like he did.
Come here. Snooze, red. Come on, will you throw that away, please?
Oh, shit.
The kid passed. C+ average. Thought you'd like to know.
It's a good news.
I need to keep this conversation just between us. I have to know if what you told Dufresne was the truth.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Would you get an oath before Almighty God himself?
Just give me that chance.
Yeah. That was unexpected. Rise impossible.
I'm sure by now you've heard. Terrible thing. Less than a year to go, trying to escape. Broke Captain Hadley's heart to shoot him.
Everything stops.
Hmm.
Get someone else to run your scams.
Scams.
Who will do the hardest time there is? That one bunk Hilton and cast you down with the sodomites.
I think he should be in prison.
Or am I being obtuse? Give him another month to think about it.
Drove her away.
Hmm.
And that's why she died, because of me.
He's blaming himself now.
Don't make you a murderer. Bad husband, maybe. Feel bad about it if you want to, but you didn't pull the trigger.
Zihuatanejo.
Zihuatanejo.
In Mexico. That's where I want to live the rest of my life.
Besides, all you need is the yellow pages. It's just shitty pipe dreams.
Hmm.
I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
Busy living, you get busy dying.
Busy living, busy dying. Paxton.
Promise me, Red. If you ever get out, find that spot. At the base of that wall, you'll find a rock that has no earthly business in a main navy.
Oh.
What's buried?
Money or something.
You'll have to pry it up to see.
Pry up and build a verse down there.
He asked me for a length of rope.
Rope?
6 feet long. And you gave it to him.
Oh, that's not good.
How was I supposed to know?
Every man has his breaking point.
Home.
Just about finished, sir.
The sounds.
Get my stuff down the laundry. And shine my shoes. I want them looking like mirrors.
Pero the stone.
That was the longest night of my life.
No ending.
Man missing on tier 2, cell 2.
Oh.
Gotta be sick or dead in there.
Oh, my holy God.
Start with that friend of his.
Who?
Him. He just wasn't here. Don't say that to me.
So he wasn't here.
Am I blind, Haig?
No, sir.
What about you? You blind?
He escaped.
I want him found. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast. Now! You're thick as thieves, you are. He must have said something. Lord, it's a miracle! Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind. Maybe she knows. What say you there, fussy britches? Feel like talking? Big damn conspiracy! And everyone's in on it! Her.
I knew there was something that was there. Hole.
Escaped from Shawshank prison.
Yeah.
I remember Landy did it in less than 20.
Yeah. And they. Very smart man.
Pressure and time. And a big goddamn poster. In prison, a man will do most anything to keep his mind occupied. A handful at a time.
Yeah. It's a last conversation with him. Switch it up.
3 deposits tonight.
And slide up here.
They didn't notice. Neither did I. How often do you really look at a man's shoes?
Yeah. Very clean. All the stairs too. Getting papers on the lap. That's disgusting.
And it crawled
slimy.
Or maybe I just don't want to. 5 football fields.
It's crazy. That's absolutely insanity. Now, finally, the freedom. Let the smile.
The next morning, a man nobody ever laid eyes on before strolled into the Maine National Bank.
What's that?
Until that moment, he had all the proper ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, and the signature was a spot-on match.
Here's your cashier's check, sir. Will there be anything else?
Who add this to your outgoing mail?
He created himself.
Stevens visited nearly a dozen banks in the Portland area that morning. $370,000 of Warden Norton's money.
And 70K.
Good morning, Portland Daily Bugle.
Corruption murder. Shawshank. He exposed this guy. It's in Bible. Your salvation lay within.
Have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say...
I hear Byron Hadley started sobbing like a little girl when they took him away.
Again.
I have a warrant for your arrest. Open up.
Really want to shoot others.
I like to think the last thing that went through his head, other than that bullet, was to wonder how the hell Andy Dufresne ever got the best of him. I got a postcard in the mail.
Postcard?
It was blank, right on the border. Always makes me laugh. Came out clean on the other side. Times it makes me sad, but I have to remind myself that some
Best
birds
friends.
aren't the place you live in is that much more drab and empty that they're gone. I guess I just miss my friend.
She about getting another chance.
Please sit down. 40 years of a life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated?
You know, I don't have any idea what that means.
Well, it means you're ready to rejoin society.
I know what you think it means, Sonny. To me, it's just a made-up word. Young fellas like yourself can wear a suit and a tie and have a job. Not because I'm in here, because you think I should. A young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. That kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. Rehabilitated. It's just a bullshit word. I don't give a shit.
Game approve really. It's nice. Now we know where to find valuable items or money. It's going to be a very good ending. Brooks was
Restroom break, boss?
a habit from prison.
40 years I've been asking permission to piss. I can't squeeze a drop without say-so. Where I won't have to be afraid all the time. Promise I made to Andy.
There you go. Red truck stun. Three. Oh, three, right? On the spot. Wonder what's going to be in the box. Mail. Money. $50.
If you're reading this, you've gotten out. And if you've come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little further.
The town.
I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. Hope is a good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe the best. No good thing ever dies. Your friend, Andy.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
What's that?
Fort Scott, Texas, please. I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. A free man at the start of a long journey. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dream.
Welcome. That's nice. The Pacific Ocean. Memory of Alan Green. It's a real person. It's actually a really good movie right there. After this movie is a very good ending right there. All the actors in this video absolutely nailed. It's a really good, outstanding movie right there. If you enjoyed watching the movie of this one, please leave a like and I'll see you in this video. Bye.